Okay, good day everyone. So as what I promised, I'll be posting a video tutorial, uh, the short animation using parallax effect, camera, and some motion tween and classic tweening. Okay, so I have here the objects, which is I just copied from the internet. I'm not gonna tell if or on where did I get this images, because I want you to have your originality. Okay, so this is just for sample and for tutorial purposes only. You're not allowed to use these images that I already used. Okay, so first things first, I'll be removing every background that we have here on this object, and then I'll just move it to stage. Okay, okay, so I have deleted the background of every object. So I'll be using at least 3 mountains here. Maybe this one, and this one, or this one. Okay, so this is just a short scene, at least 4-second scene, and then I'll just highlight on how are you going to use camera, layer depth, and also tweening. Okay, so I'll be selecting this image or this graphic, selection tool, Control G, so I'll be grouping it, this one also, and this one, so I'll just group it, and also this one because I'll be using this one, also the boat. Okay, so next I'll be creating some layers, and then I'll be moving those objects to its own layers. So maybe I'll be creating 7 or 6 layers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right there. Okay, so let's move this one, Control X, paste it here, right there, and then let's rename this one to C. Next, this one, copy, paste it here, Control V, and then this one maybe is the far mountain. Next, maybe this one. Let me just move this. Oh, all right. So I already have it here. So as you can see, I just added frames up to 4-second animation. So over here, next one is this one, Control X, paste it here, and right there. Next one is, okay, let's just rename this one. What is the here? Mountain. Okay, next is this one. Control X. Maybe this, I'll just renaming this one to mid mountain because it is going to be placed in the middle. Okay, next is this one, the boat. Control X, paste it here, Control V, and then rename it. Sorry for the boat. Okay, so we have the sea, the boat, the far mountain, mid, alright, and the near mountain. Next is, let's go with this one. So over here, I'll be creating a background. Okay, let's just move this here. A background for our stage. This will serve as the sky of our animation. So over here, I'll just select this rectangle tool and then change the fill color to at least the sky color, maybe this one, and right there. Okay, or you can just simply change the color of your stage, but for me I wanted to use this one as my stage so you can see the difference. Okay, so select this part, so select this part, and then we don't need that, sorry. Okay, I'll be grouping this one. Control G, move away. Oh, where did I put it? Okay, so let's move this one. That's what it says, it should be here. Paste, and right there. Let's just rename this one to background. Background. Okay. Then let me delete this part because we're not going to use this. We won't be needing this part. Okay. Delete, and that's it. So this one, we distract our animation. Put it here. Okay. So let's place the object to its location. Okay, so I'll be just placing this one here, right there, for the sea, and then the far mountain maybe in the middle. Let's move the far mountain here so it will be visible even if I move it here. Next is the near mountain, should be here, the nearest. Next is the mid mountain, which is the mountain in the middle of our view. Maybe should go here. Okay. Next is the boat. Maybe the boat should cross here at the back of this near mountain and also at the back of this mid mountain. So it should go in the middle of near and far mountain, right there. Let's check. It goes at the back, in front of the far mountain, and wait, mid mountain should go here, right there. See? So it goes at the back of the mountain. Okay, so let's just resize this one because this is too big for the scene. Shift key to resize it properly without distorting the image. Zoom in and right there. Okay. Okay, next. So we have now the scene, or what will be the places of our object. Next one is we have to add the camera effect. Okay, so over here we'll be using camera. Okay, so as you can see, it added another layer. Now, unlike other tool, it doesn't add another layer, but by default, Adobe Animate creates a layer for the camera. Okay, so next is we're gonna enable the stage outline, which is this one. So I want you to be mindful with this, with the term of this uh, option, which is stage outline. It's also on your book. You can check this out if you want. Okay, so over here, when I move my camera here, it doesn't show, or it doesn't like show the parallax effect. It's just like 2D that moves around. Okay, so later we're gonna add this layer depth effect, but first we have to add the sun of the event. Okay, so let's look for a sun clip art from the internet. Maybe this one. I'll just copy it. So you can see my second screen, but I'm just copying some image from the internet. Oh, sorry. Let's place it here. Right there. Place. Copy the image, and it's we already have the sun here, but it's in the back of our stage, back of our background, right there. See, just copy and paste the image. Next, we're gonna break this one, and we'll be removing the background. Each one, and remove the background. As simple as that. Next, I'll be placing this sun here. So let's just group it again because I break it. And then let's resize this one at least this small, right there. Okay, so as you can see here, we have the full event. We have the mountains, sun, and the boat moving around. So we're gonna start creating or positioning the objects using this layer depth panel. Just click this one. So over here, we're just gonna imagine the distance of every object here. Let's say you're in the actual scene. So if you're going to ask me, wait, let me just rename this one for me not to get confused with this one. So this is the sun, and that's it. Okay, so for me, the sun is the farthest object should be in this scene. Yeah, but I know the sky. Okay, let's rename this one. Just rename this to sky. Okay, I just renamed the background to sky. Right there. So the sky should be at the farthest view of this event. Right there. Next is maybe the far mountain, of course. No, let's just make the sea next to the sun. Right there. Okay. Over there. Yeah. So as you can see, what happened here is I just move the objects to my ideal position for them. So next is the far mountain. Maybe here, there. Next is the boat. The boat, oh sorry, I moved the camera. So as you can see there, when I move the camera, the object becomes larger because it moves near the camera. The boat should go here. Next is the mid mountain. and it should go here. Next is the near mountain, and it should go here, right there. Oh, and yeah, that's it, I think. So when I zoom this out, I zoom in this part, you're now able to see that they have their distance that I've used earlier, right? So let's just make the sun right there, and then I'll be closing this one. Okay, next one is, what is this? I won't be needing the sun because it is grouped. Okay, let's just move this one here. Oh, sorry. Zoom in and then move the sun here. Right there. Okay. Okay, so we have the scene. As you can see, the stage is this part. So earlier, I've created this scene as much bigger than the stage. Now it is smaller than the stage. So we have here our stage with a white background, and this will be our scene. Don't worry, this is a vector graphics, so it doesn't matter if because it won't be get pixelated right there. Yeah, vector graphics. Okay, so again, I'll be enabling this stage outline right there. Since this is our camera, I'll be disabling this one and then enable it again for me to view this zoom and rotate slider. Okay, so zoom in right there. Okay, so it reaches the end point of the zoom, but I wanted to zoom it more. Just release the mouse and then zoom it again right there, so it doesn't cross at the border of the camera. Okay, because I have enabled the stage outline, but when I disable this one right there, you can almost see the camera view right there, the blue border. Okay, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, and you will able to see the difference. Next, the best thing here that we did earlier is the parallax effect, which is when I move my mouse here, right there, you now can see that they are identified by their distance. Let's move it here, here, and right there. See? It has this 3D effect or parallax effect. So don't move it too much here because the audience will be able to see the backstage right there. Okay? And next, we'll be adding some classic tween. So we're done with the layer depth, we're done with the camera. Now we'll be adding animation with the camera and also the boat. Okay? So let's just save this one first. Saving, we're done. Next is right click the camera scene or the camera layer and then click create classic tween over here. So the very first layer, I'll be clicking this one. So again, in creating, in tweening an object, it will be identified using keyframes, right? So over here, I'll be zooming in the scene. Again, I am animating the camera. There's no other object that I'm animating here, just the camera. Okay? So over here, we have this boat, which is at the very point view of this camera. But at the very last part, I want the camera to go here. Right over here. And then right there. Yeah. And then zoom out a little bit for us to see the sun. Right there. Maybe let's make it right there. Okay. So let's check the animation of the camera. Again, this is for the camera only. Save it. So from here, I want my camera to go here. Now we have an animation for our camera. Next thing is we're gonna at least create an animation for our boat. For this boat, I can either use classic tween or motion tween. But again, the difference between classic and motion tween, when it comes to motion tween, you're able to change the size, the color, opacity, and some other things in motion tween. Okay, so maybe you can change your scene from here, from this part, it is dark, but when it goes here, maybe you can change it to like daylight. Okay, so over here, I'll be adding an animation using classic motion tween. Okay, so we have our first keyframe over here selected right there, and then over here I'll be clicking this last frame, and I want my boat to go here, right there. And for it to have a simple effect, let's just change the size. Again, I am using motion tween, that's why I'm able to change the size of the boat right there. Then save it. Let's check the animation right there. Let's check the stage outline. Okay, so we have this animation from here and then moving around the boat right there. It just crosses the mid mountain. As simple as that. See? So let's try to play it. This is just a quick animation, guys. As you can see, it is just 4 seconds. Just wait for it. It's not responding. Right there. I hope it won't crash. Right there. See? It has a parallax effect and classic tween, motion tween, and animate. But we're not done yet. You have to add a layer guide right there. So over here, but this is optional. You can use layer guide for this one. So I'll be removing the tween first. Remove the tween, motion tween right there. And then I'll be adding another layer. So again, just like what we discussed, layer guide will serve as the guide of the movement of our guided layer. Okay, so over here we have this layer guide, but first we have to draw, or at least draw the pattern or the guide for this moving object. Okay, so I'll be using pencil tool maybe, and then the boat should move like this way. There's a wavy something like goes like that, and then it should go here at the very last part right there. Okay, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't click the guide layer. Again, click the first keyframe, first blank keyframe of the layer, and then start to draw right there. See? So we have this layer guide from here to here. So let's check if it's too short or if it's too long. Right here, I'll be converting this line to guide, and I want this one to guide my boat movement. So you have two options. It's either you move it or just place it here, or you make it as a guided layer. So for me, I'll be moving. As you can see, there's a difference between moving the layer and then make it a guided layer. So this one just move, this one creates a guided layer. and you will see the difference when I release the mouse right there. The thumbnail or the icon of the guide layer changed to like pattern. Okay, so next I'll be moving my boat here over here, and then the anchor point using free transform tool. Let's move it here right there. Okay, so since we're using layer guide or guide layer, the only option that we have is to convert the boat into classic tween animation. Okay, so let's try to do it. So from the first keyframe, I want it to go here, and then for the last keyframe, I want my boat to go here, right there. So as you can see, it doesn't go there because the guide is just here. So we have to make it longer. Okay, so undo. Maybe you'll be encountering this problem, so I already show it here, so you'll able to identify or troubleshoot the problem right there. Okay, so let me just delete this part. Let's start to draw again the guide. Let's make it bigger, maybe from here to here, right there. Okay, so let's start to convert this one to layer guide and then guided layer. Next is let's move the boat here and then place the anchor point with the layer guide. Next, change the boat layer to classic tween right there, and then at the very last keyframe I want my boat to move here right there. Okay, so let's just move it here, and then let's move our layer guide upward. Oh, sorry, just the layer guide forward there. So you can see I just move it upward because it goes down under the mountain, and move it here. Let's check. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's something wrong here, and then we're gonna fix that one. Yeah, we have to fix this one. Okay, so I'll be creating another guide layer. Delete this layer. Okay, layer guide, and then I'll be using paintbrush, and then object drawing mode, and then smoothing, not too much, right there, at least this part. Okay, so let's start to draw again. Clicking the layer, keyframe, moving from this part to there. Okay, let's start again. Convert to guide, move this here. Okay, so we have our boat. Oh, sorry. Using free transform tool, let's move this one here. At my very last keyframe, I want my boat to. Okay, let's just change the color of this layer to black. right there. Okay, so again, it is too short, so let's just move it here, right there. Okay, again, let's check. Okay, that's too short. Let's make the layer guide longer. Delete. Again, keyframe, brush tool. Maybe from here, move the mountain, the back of the mountain, and right there. So let's check. From here, yeah, and then at the very last keyframe, I want my, as you can see, it goes here, right there. Let's just place this layer over there, right there. Okay, so at the last keyframe, I want this to go here, right there. So let's check our animation. Goes at the back. Oh, let's just move this mountain lower. Okay, that's it. Okay, so it goes with the guide, and that's it. So when I play this one, Control Enter, right there. Oh, it is moving higher, so let's fix that one. Let's just place the layer guide lower. Again, place the mountain here. Place the boat. Oh, sorry, the boat here. And let's try it again. Right there. Okay. Oops. Still goes too high. Maybe we'll be rotating this one. Right there. And then place again the boat anchor there. Oops. Right there. Let's try it again. It's too high naman. Okay. Maybe I'll just place it here. Again. Right there. Don't get too high. Alright. So we have our final scene, which is have this parallax effect, and then the motion tween with the camera. Okay, so again, you're not allowed to use the same image that I've used, and it must be at least 6 seconds animation. You must use classic tween and motion tween, and you should add more effects, like add some clouds, also at least add some moving objects, or make the sky dark and then change the sun to moon. Yeah, like yung from night to daylight. Okay, so there's so many options. You can also, instead of using boat or sea, you can also use car or some other ship, or you can also use what they call that, a person, which is, let's say, he or she is running with a field or animals. Yeah, so I want this at least 6 second animation, and has this effects: layer depth, camera, motion tween, and classic tween. Okay, that's it.